doesn't want to talk about. Why push, right? However, during time like this, it's impossible for the thought not to come up. He even has a clear down pat. Under his wordless scrutiny, I feel like a damn rookie again.
You're looking a bit green. Sure you got plenty of rest back there? You were only out for an hour or two. Wouldn't hurt to try and get some sleep. I'll keep an eye out.
No need. Don't worry about me. I won't be able to get some sleep anyway.
Or maybe he's like the chief's brother. That could be a possibility. Not with her face still a clear picture in my head. Nope.
Dad, I heard that from you before. Not buying it. What's the story this time? This as bad as that case with the guy who ate his own eyeball?
Yeah. That's worse. That's worse.
I wish it were. Jesus, stop reminding me. I hated that case. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you get a kick out of telling people about it.
It's useful, you know, for blokes who don't know their limits. Sends them right out the door after I start with a description. Or was it the part when the poor schmuck gouged his eyes out? Nasty, awful, icky stuff, and it gets the job done. Like I said, useful. Don't even need to call security these days if I want to kick someone out. Anyway, pretty sure that pales in comparison to whatever this is now. I haven't seen you this stressed out since I closed that case.
Oh, by the way, Melody, thanks for being here again today. You're one of the... You're probably the only person that comes here and chat with me so far. But it's because I'm playing a game that is not known. Eventually I'm gonna play other games and the community is gonna get bigger and bigger. And the YouTube seems to be doing well, so I think that's gonna help. The Twitch. No problem. Awesome, thank you.
The one from 10 years ago with your professor friend?
Abigail and her team weren't able to solve that one, G. No one has been able to. It just went cold.
Same difference. But what do I know, eh? I just serve drinks, listen to people's problems and their whining, then make sure they get home safe afterwards. Thing is, I'm also not blind, kiddo. And you can bet your ass I can tell when a person's about to fall apart.
Oh, by the way, Melody, what did you study today?
What? Is this some form of therapy from you? Are you going to offer me free drinks now?
Really, I can use some right now. Something to numb the senses. Is your summer course soon ending? Are you just starting your summer course, or are you in the middle of it maybe?
In your dreams, kid.
Computer science. Ooh, geez, that's something impressive.
Last time someone gave you the hard stuff, your photographer friend had to haul you out of this place almost half naked.
What is this that you do exactly in computer science, Melody?
Hey, I can handle my liquor when I put my mind to it.
Not from what I've seen, nope. Besides, you usually avoid drinking. Either way, it's out of the equation. And when booze no longer counts, we just talk. So, talk.
You have another one in 45 minutes. Oh, you're not done. Alright. Program in Java. Ooh.
It's not like anyone within earshot will care. That chap over there only wants his cricket matches.
Definitely something I will not be able to do. That I will not even start to comprehend.
I doubt you believe it, G.
How long have you been doing computer science, Melody?
I've heard worse stuff. Try.
You know that mansion down at Anslum?
Yeah, who doesn't? You live in this town long enough, it's impossible not to hear a thing or two about it. Bloody locals.
Bloody locals.
Well, my friend found a primitive version of a chain letter in there. Now that we've seen it, we're cursed.
The beat passes. For a long moment, G stands there, unmoving. His hand stopped short of placing a glass he's been wiping prayer back to a rack on his left. I'm not sure he's gonna believe us, but let's try. What do we have to lose, right? All while he stares at me with eyes that are nothing short of scrutinizing. He probably assumes I'm joking. Who wouldn't? Not a week ago, I've been put in the same position. Even now, in spite of the things I've seen and heard, it simply won't sink in. Or maybe this is just desperation creeping in? Idea that I may not be able to find a way out of this? Whatever the case is, for people who has not experienced what I'm going through, this will merely sound like an awful Halloween prank.
It's not a prank.
This must have been what Isabella felt the whole time we made fun of her that day.
This isn't a prank! I saw something!
Now it's too late. Oh, by the way, what kind of jobs can you do later on with a computer science degree? Sorry if I'm asking, I don't know much about it, so... We're stuck in a never-ending nightmare where the only way out might be death. And like I've expected, G's reaction to it, an amused laughter. It booms throughout the whole pub after a long bout of silence. Like I've just told him a particularly funny joke.
That's a good one, kid. You don't want to spill. No one's forcing you. Seriously though, good one.
Although I want to be angry with him, I can't find it in myself. Can't even muster the energy for a scowl over glare. Nothing but a taste of my own medicine to temper the annoyance bubbling up in me, I suppose. In the end, echoing her words is the best I can do.
It's not a joke.
Yeah, alright, good luck with that. You're on your own.
Damn it.
Here I thought you didn't have an ounce of humor in that body. Guess I'm wrong.
He shakes his head, lets out another chuckle before returning to his task. By now, almost half of the glasses have been put away. Damn, those are some big position, Melody. And what do you want to do in those jobs? What are you going for? The only ones remaining are the smaller kind used for shots and stamped ones for cocktails. Despite being busy with his task, his amusement does not entirely disappear from his face. He keeps talking, as if I'm simply another customer he entertains with his stories. But we both know it's more than that. It's the wistful expression on him says anything.
Man, can't believe you're the same rookie who walked in here almost a decade ago. Too smart for his own good, that boy. Has always been 2 steps ahead of things. Now he's here, sulking.
I must have screwed up somewhere then.
I must have screwed up a lot. For things to suddenly shift like this, for me to become a mere shadow of the person I used to be.
Nah, I don't think so. This one, screwed up? Not by a mile. It's too early to say. You've still got several years ahead of you, Holmes. Take it easy. But some things change, eh? It has been years, and you were a kid back then. You know, the sort that's a bit unsure, making all the horrible decisions in life he'd eventually be embarrassed to talk about.
You never stop calling me kid, though.
Well, you still are. It's just that this time, you're sure of who that badge and gun is for. What was it you police types usually say? To protect and serve, yeah?
A significant pause follows at its heel. From both of us, as he allows it, meaning to sink in and spur something in me, stirring a feeling both heavy and forceful but not completely unwelcome. Familiar. Though before I can even clarify what he's trying to imply or gather my thoughts on the matter, G turns away to begin his work on the silverwares. He'll need those too once more of his patron comes in for lunch. Slow and easy. A sharp contrast with the strained air we've been wading through these past weeks. A fleeting moment, but one I allow myself to relish, if only because of its absence lately. The way things are now, this is almost a gift. So, when it all ends with the sound of my phone ringing, a sigh is all that leaves me. I placed the damn thing on low volume last night, but it does nothing to keep it quiet. I don't even know if I want to answer it right now. It has brought me nothing but one bad news after another. Thinking back about it only makes me want to chuck it into the closest trash bin I can find. Not that it will help things, of course. Uh-oh. Another exhale slips past my lips before I pull it out, quickly sweeping over the screen without checking the caller ID. After all, the one person who would worry or fret over how awful I might sound right now is here with me. My parents never call around this hour, so chances it's probably just the chief or Abigail. There's Zach, but he's in a position where contacting me is impossible. Placed in jail by some scumbag for a crime he likely did not commit. No use pretending what I'm not when it's anything but.
Inspector Frey speaking.
Good morning, sir. Sorry to bother you this early.
What is this about?
It's about your friend, you know? The guy I called you about yesterday, the one they brought in the night before.
Uh-oh.
Zachary Steele.
His hesitant note does nothing to diminish the lump that has suddenly lodged itself at the base of my throat. What are the chances? What are the chances that something went wrong while I'm not looking? While I'm out here brooding of all things.
How is he? Is he doing okay?
We actually have a problem, Detective Inspector.
As the assumptions are not as usual fair in my book, that should not change right now. The precinct is secure, it's supposed to be. They have guards manning the station 24/7. If anything happens, all Zach has to do is shout and someone will be there for him. Even if it's a phantom going after him, it should be said there. It should have been. Yet, none of these reassurances will allay my suspicions, and whatever little thread of hope I'm hanging on to frays slowly as each second of silence passes by. An expectation so weak, faint, I might as well just go and prepare myself for the worst. It's a feeble attempt at optimism I will never get used to. This is out of my depths. This is not my forte. Zach's maybe? Rebecca's too? Never mind. Hell, this is the kind of mood Isabella has always unknowingly brought with her. But her eyes often conveyed what I have often found myself searching in her whenever I look to them. But no matter how many times I repeat any words of comfort or calming images inside my head, the hollow chill at the base of my stomach refuses to ease. Even my voice shakes when I urge Officer Renz to speak again, weak and unsteady. The only thing keeping me from stumbling when I abruptly stand is the counter's solid support beside me, the flat of my hand braced against it for leverage.
Officer Renz. Renz, right?
Please I hope it's not bad news.
What happened? You're supposed to keep an eye on him, yeah? It's protocol.
Your friend, sir, he's... I think it'd be better if you just saw it yourself, sir. This isn't something you should be hearing over the phone.
What the fluff do you mean?
Chief Inspector Lee wants you to report in as well. It's about the case Luke Wright filed yesterday and...
The rest never registers. Rather, my brain refuses to acknowledge any of it. Not even the possibility that this might just be a terrible joke. All I can think of is the suffocating dread and the piercing noises, white and deafening, ringing in my ears despite the bar's morning hush. There's only Zach. Only the whole expanse of Luxburn separating me from the one person I still believe safe from this whole fucked up situation we found ourselves in. This must be so terrible. Yeah, he lost his childhood friend, and now he might lose his best friend? Along with the voices, vile ones, whispers that taunt, jeer and mock. Each vague utterance growing relentless as I make my way out of the bar without another word to G and slide back into my car. Driving off with my body on autopilot, my mind in the daze and afraid, hugely afraid, that I have lost someone in my life again.